If you've recently been rejected, then stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll have my foolproof formula for dealing with those intense, overwhelming feelings that tend to consume us when we've been rejected, as well as full access to my Heartbreak Survival Guide. I'm so glad you're joining me today. For the best advice on how to heal your broken heart and write your next beautiful chapter, be sure to subscribe down below and remember to hit the bell so you'll still be notified every time I post a new episode. In this video, I'll be sharing 3 techniques that you can immediately start using to calm your mind and get back control and manage some of those intense negative feelings that are coming up for you right now. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Desiree. I'm the author of Invisible Goddess Divorce Recovery and the founder of My Luminous Heart, a global community of women who are choosing to transform their heartbreak into their greatest opportunity to reach for even more love, freedom, and joy. So let's dive in. Step number 1, don't reject yourself. Listen, I know exactly how easy it is to turn on yourself when someone rejects you, to think that because they walked away, you're somehow broken or that there's something wrong with you. This couldn't be further from the truth, and this is where so many of my clients get tripped up. First and foremost, I want you to promise me that you're not going to spiral downward into how unworthy you are or how there's something wrong with you, because it's just not true. In all my years of work in this field, I've come to see over and over again that rejection is just divine redirection. And what does that mean? It means that this rejection experience is happening for you and not to you. It means that something better is on the way to you, and the relationship that you were in was actually getting in the way of you reaching some kind of potential. Now, I've seen this to be true over and over again, but where you put your focus now is absolutely key. It is good to stop and look at where you could have done things better in the relationship, and I don't necessarily mean where you could have given more, okay? I mean where you ignored those signs that this person was perhaps really not right for you, or you got together with them for the wrong reason. Our intuition whispers softly to us all the time, and those repetitive, niggling thoughts you may have had at the start or during the relationship, they really do matter. It's important to look at what your part is in what's happened, or how your behavior contributed to the breakdown of the relationship. I have another video all about this, and I'm going to post it in the description box below so that you can take a look. The point is, though, you're not doing this as a self-blame exercise, okay? But as an empowerment exercise, because you're not going to heal or move forward from this if you don't own this critical piece. So journal, journal, journal. I can't recommend this enough. And pull these pieces from your story so that you can learn for them, because they're going to become your guiding light moving forward. Step number 2, tame your emotions. Now look, in a rejection experience, you're going to have some pretty intense emotions come up, whether it's sadness, hurt, disappointment, fear's a big one, or even anger. And while it's tempting to want to run away from these emotions, here's what I want you to do instead. I want you to lean into and feel these emotions. Because emotions are really like energy, okay? They're there to inform and to guide us to the next steps. And the great thing is that when you lean into an emotion and feel it, it can only actually hold its intensity for so long. It's a couple of seconds at full intensity, and then it has to shift. You can also think of an emotion this way. If you take the first letter of the word emotion, E, and pretend it's an abbreviation for the word energy, then the word emotion translates to energy in motion. And that's exactly what an emotion is. So the more you allow an emotion to flow freely, the more it's actually going to serve you. Don't try to numb it. Don't try to avoid it or distract yourself from it. I want you to practice leaning into it. It'll also help if you can pinpoint it somewhere in your body. You know, usually it's where you're feeling a bit of tension or tightness or discomfort. And then you can also breathe into that area. And as you breathe out, you can release the emotion from there. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that the emotion's not going to come back, okay? Until you do the bigger work, it will. But the more you practice naming an emotion, which means getting really clear on even exactly what it is that you're actually feeling, locating it in your body, and then using your breath to release it. The more you do this, the more you'll start to feel like you're in control. The more you'll start to feel like you are having your emotions. You aren't your emotions. You are someone who is having your emotions. And then you can start choosing how you want to work with them. Now, comment below if you're finding this helpful and let me know what you're taking away from this so far and how you're going to apply it to your own situation. Step number 3, chart a new course. Now that you're clear on your part in the breakup and you're better able to feel and release those intense emotions, the next step is to think about the woman you truly want to be at the end of this rejection experience. This is going to give purpose and meaning to this really tough experience because you don't want to spiral into a life where you're forever focusing on the hurt part of what has happened. This is only going to keep you small and playing the victim, and then you're going to attract a string of relationships that will continue to make you feel small and like a victim. And that is not a road I recommend you go down. I see too many people going down this road. You want to roll together everything this experience has taught you and use it to recreate yourself and your life anew. So think about who this woman is that you want to become. How does she walk? How does she talk? How does she dress and carry herself? How does she interact with others? And what types of relationships does she have? Importantly, what will and won't she stand for? And then think about how you can start to embody this woman now. And then when you feel ready, change up your style, change up your hairstyle, your clothing style, and take a step closer to this vision every day. You can also use a vision board to capture this vision if that helps, and journal with her as well. Even when you're faced with a challenge, you can think about how to solve this challenge from the perspective of this woman that you're becoming. Now, if you haven't watched my video on how to take back control and thrive after heartbreak, be sure to watch. I'll post the link in the description below, and just for clarity, this is the same video that I was referencing earlier on in this video. Now you know exactly how to be your own best friend, calm your mind, release those intense emotions, and start charting a new course to who you really want to be after this rejection experience. But what about the steps it takes to get back in the driver's seat and go on to thrive after heartbreak? I've written a 10-page 12-step heartbreak survival guide on not only how to survive the sting of rejection, but how to develop the kind of awareness that allows you to go from powerless to powerhouse in 12 simple steps. I'll link this in the description below so you can head over to my website, myluminousheart.com, and sign up for your copy today. Now, if you liked this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, subscribe, and really importantly, please share this with anyone who you know might need to hear this message today. Okay, we're all about spreading the love here. I'd also love if you could drop a heart in the comments below if you found this video helpful. I look forward to seeing any other feedback that you want to put in the comments today, and also to giving you some responses as well. So I'll see you in the next video, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, and remember always just to be kind to yourself, because one thing I know for sure is how much the world really needs that beautiful, radiant light that only you can shine. Until next time.